Suffocation Pit. It's a pretty darn good map for Hag despite its large size, as long as you play correctly. I go ahead and see that the spawn point is next to a pallet, so I trap that pallet just because I happen to be there. This pallet is often used, so I trap that one. The building in general is used a lot, especially if that good window's open. So I set a trap kind of away from the window to catch people going in or out of it. Right from the get-go, I decide to kind of set up shop on this side of the map. I find the key to winning this map is to pick a side, trap it up, and then trap up the middle a bit too. I check on this shed just to see if I could bait anyone to start working on it. Because on a map like this, usually there's at least one survivor that spawns on your side. So they were either hiding or there was no one there. This was a decent trap by the pallet. It covers both the jungles and jungle with the T-wall and the pallet a little bit. Now working on the middle, as you can see. I see this guy, but I figured I wouldn't really be able to complete a chase with him, so I decided to go about my business. And meanwhile, I'm spamming my teleport key, as you'll see here. I get a hit on Ace, but he runs to the shack side, so I don't bother to pursue him. It's at this point where I see two people on this side of the map now. This is where I can actually do my real work. So what I do here is, I figured that David would keep running towards the middle, but he didn't. So I was like, oh, I'll set a trap by the paladin, and I'll set a trap over at this choke point, just in case he runs by here again. Because I have a door, I go ahead and try to swing at it. Because I already have a trap there, and he bolts back over naturally because he doesn't have dead art anymore. I had to get easy down on Dick South for David. What a name. Now I'm in a really good position. I start resetting my web up kind of by the hook. I don't set a trap at the hook because I started adapting a style where I set traps that are kind of further away and try to catch people going to the hook instead. I already noticed that Kate was over there, like when I rounded the corner and heard the gen, but I wanted to get the lantern, so that's how she got like so much of a leeway. I did know she was there though, as soon as I entered the mine anyway. She thinks that there is a trap at the hook, which is to my advantage. I noticed this guy coming in, so I decided to change targets. Because if you can injure all the rescuers, that's like the better player. I thought the David was going to go to that trap, but he didn't. And he didn't go to that trap either. So I decided to leave him, go pick up the ace. You do have to be careful about when you slug. Because if you slug at the wrong time and they get picked up, then that's like a hook that's just a hook state that's just wrong for you. You don't really want to do that. This time I set a trap at the hook to see if I could catch that Kate off guard a little bit later. I put this trap at that choke point again. I believe I noticed, yeah, I already noticed the guy over here. I like people that are holding the lanterns. I think that they can crouch around short walls like that. I don't get why they even try to hide when they have all those glowing particles. I just gotta be kind of nice here and go for the Kate instead of the police. And I kind of fat-fingered here, I didn't mean to teleport there. So I'm spamming the teleport key right now in anticipation of hitting the Kate, but as so it happens, the ace actually triggered the trap at the exact same time. I was able to down it by the hook. Which is fine. I prefer this. You'll find that most of the competent survivors will run to the hook, but they'll start crouching right before they set off your trap radius by the hook. So that's why I'm setting these traps further away from the hook to catch more people off guard like that. I decided to go for the Kate here a bit. I noticed that she doesn't continue running to the window. And what I attempt here is a body block trap. But she gets by me before like I can react. Not really sure what happened there. Probably with a smarter option would be to do the mind game trap. That's generally a little bit more reliable than the body block traps, but I wanted to give it a shot. I was pretty confident I would hit her. But yeah, sometimes they just run right through you for some reason. Or she couldn't have dead armor. Actually, no, she couldn't have dead armor. She had flight. Maybe that's with me. I hear someone working on that generator, so I just changed targets. And then there's the Jake. But I knew that David was near that trap, so I went for him. And he was looking the other way, so I didn't think he would dead armor. So that was the only reason why I swung early there. But luckily I already had it trapped by his pallets, so it wasn't really a big deal. If he was looking at me, I would have waited for him to use the dead arm. He probably saw my red glow. I noticed them working on the shenanigans, so naturally I'll go for them. That's why Save the Best for Last is good. If it weren't for Save the Best for Last, I would have been still recovering from that swing. And I would want to make it down like us quickly. Or even at all. That's the case there, and I just fat fingered my mouse key again. And for some reason, she was just waiting for me to teleport. I don't know what her plan was there. I do like that R add-on quite a lot, just so I can see stuff like that. The phantasms of the traps do look at the person and trap them, as long as the trap is active, but I kind of like to be sure of where they're at with the arrows. I got a really nice lunge right there. And I get a couple more lunges like that in the same game a little bit later. I was very surprised at me. I'm actually getting quite a few lanterns in this game, which was kind of unusual for that day. I wasn't really going for lanterns that much unless I happened to walk by them. I noticed that crow was disturbed, so I knew they were over in this corner somewhere. I had two people to choose from. I decided to go for the cake because she's further away from the window. I get a generous hit on her here. Wasn't really sure why that counted as a hit, but I'll take it. And I do the same exact thing here. There you have it, a typical Suffocation Pit Hag. I believe the Jake gets away by hatch, which I don't really care about. I try to find them, but if I don't, I don't. I knew he was back. I looked in the area where I last saw him, which was right here, obviously. But I didn't really have any visual on him. Here proceeds a couple minutes of just looking for him until the inevitable patch escape. They do need to do something about this part of the game because it's so boring and prone to abuse. Like, a survivor can just hold someone hostage for like 20 or even like I've even done like 40 minutes, believe it or you don't have a tracking perk like Whispers, which is ridiculous. You should just get crows after a certain period. Like, increase the frequency of them appearing after a certain amount of time. Yeah, the whole hatch gameplay is just kind of abysmal. I was fairly certain he was still in this corner somewhere, but there's just no way for me to confirm that. Anyway, that's the game, and kind of a mediocre event. I've been getting some harder survivors since the event started. It kind of encourages you to get the gens done really fast and get out, which was a problem that existed before the event. But I mean, it's been kind of heightened since the start of it. But I'm mad. I'm used to having like 3 gens done before the first one, so it didn't really affect me too bad. Although I'm sure it does on other killers.